to give you an idea of what went down here with this story, this is a lawyer's article. Russell Alexander is a family collaborative lawyer, so he took all the information, distilled it down in a summary, and you'll see where this guy went wrong. And I'll definitely hook you up with the details. Hang on, let me grab this super chat here. This Sans Pure, thanks for that. He says, off topic, where's your Amazon book list link? It's pinned in the description. Also, if you're following me on social media, there's a Linktree link there now for like Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. Click that and it opens up and you'll see the Amazon recommended books there. But thanks for the super chat. All right, so Russell here distills this for you guys and says, in yet another Ontario case that offers a glimpse into the lifestyle of the mega rich, the recent decision in Clemens versus Latner, so this is her, Lisa, versus Michael, allowed the court to examine the contours of what constitutes common law spouse. Under Ontario Family Law Act, Ontario, for those of you that don't know, we don't have states in Canada, we have provinces. Ontario is a province in Canada. It happens to be the largest population. And these people live in Toronto. Now, they didn't just live in Toronto during the time of the relationship. They lived in Toronto. They lived in Muskoka, which is cottage country, where he had two cottages. And they also kept a property down in Florida as well, a condo for winters. So this was all tried in Ontario because this is where they spent most of their time, obviously. In a situation where the jet-setting couple kept separate residences and never lived together full time. So again, never had kids together, never got married, never lived together under the same roof. But she's awarded $53,777 over the next 10 years. The man and woman started dating in 2001 and parted ways almost 15 years later. When they met, the man was 46, very wealthy. The woman was 38, a former model earning about $60,000 per year. Each had children from prior relationships. The woman lived only a few blocks away with primary care of her two kids. Just stay with me on this, okay? After the first month of dating, the man began to pay the woman home expenses, gave her a monthly allowance, and was very generous to her children. At this point, she stopped working at her job. This is the first mistake he made. If you're going to maintain separate residences while you're dating, she needs to carry on doing what she's doing. See, because one of the things a lot of dudes don't understand is with family law and hypergamy, women always date and marry up. Obviously, she did a great job locating somebody that was far better off than her. She got into the 93rd richest family in Canada. To put that in perspective, that's 93 out of something like 38 billion people in Canada. So lucky for her, she was at the Esso gas station that day when she met him. By the way, she also happened to be dating his younger brother prior to him, which was another interesting piece I found in case law as well on the other Canley part, which I've got a few points that I'm not going to break, which I am going to break down for you. So they're a few blocks away. After the first month of dating, the man began to pay the woman's home expenses, gave her monthly allowances, was generous. So right away, this guy's simping for her. This is where, you know, having a red pill awareness around the sexual marketplace and the dynamics that, you know, dictate desire, attraction, and all that sort of stuff really come into play. Straight off the bat, this 46-year-old loaded dork just starts simping for this chick. Quit your job. Let me take care of you. Here's an allowance. I'll take care of your kids. The extent of which he paid for things, I'm going to show you when I get to the case law in just a moment. But it was it was extensive. Let's just put it that way. This dude covered everything. So over the course of the relationship, the man gave her access to credit cards, a car. She had a Mercedes, by the way. Medical and dental insurance for her and her kids. It doesn't say that here, but I read the case law and it was covered there as well. He bought her 7 fur coats and paid for fur storage, which needs to be in cold storage. It's quite expensive. He paid for cosmetic procedures. I'm assuming facelift, hair, nails, eyes, boob job, all that kind of stuff. He paid her telephone, cell, cable, internet, and security alarm bills. He also paid for her home insurance, gardening, and landscaping. While they spent time together, the man paid for extravagant holidays, including trips on a private jet. They spent most of the summers together at man's cottage and spent time during the winters in the man's Florida condominium. At various stages, they started their day with a walk together and had meals together every night except for when he was away traveling. Yet when they separated, the court described their very divergent positions on the nature of the relationship. Ms. Clements, Lisa here, her position is the parties were spouses and that she was treated as a wife by Mr. Latner. Her evidence is that she received an engagement ring, which she did, which was worth almost $50,000. It was a 7.5 carat diamond ring, a wedding band, and an eternity band. I'm not sure that he could have done much more to demonstrate to the courts that he was in a very serious relationship with this woman, right? She gets an engagement ring, a wedding band, and an eternity band. I'm not sure if it mentions it here in the summary, but he also had two other rings made for her. One was out of an identical sapphire stone that his mother had, and another piece of jewelry, which seemed pretty extravagant as well. Either way, he went to great lengths to throw shiny objects at her that are fully aligned with historical signs and signals of, marriage and of course chasing, the one.